Check. Check 1, 2. Check. Good, good, good. Which one is it? Is it that one or this one? Nope. Check. I'm on mic 2. Okay. Check, check, check. Good. Check 1, 2. Welcome back to the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. Orangeville Prep Provincial versus Fort Erie. Your starting lineups tonight for Fort Erie. Out there, number 10, Waco Testament, 13, Nate Burrow, 5, Ali Sacco, 4, Alphonse Matiba, and number 1, Nishan Singh. Starting for Orangeville, Jaden Zhao. We got Arjun Bardwaj, Owen Kenny, Griffin Collinson, and Riaz Salu. I'm Chris McKee doing the play-by-play. Thanks for joining me. My first game of 2023, so happy to be back up here. Another year alive, and we're all blessed. It feels like ages since I've been up here. Probably what, mid-December last time called a game, so going about just a little over a month. I'll shake off the rust in the first few minutes. Well, welcome to the party. Fort Erie comes in 12-0, undefeated in OSBA Pool B play versus Orangeville, I believe 4-5. So right out the gate, Waco Testament, guy I'm familiar with, played down at Lincoln Prep for a couple years. Did his games last year. Burrow kicks out Motiba. And the fadeaway right out the gate, Nate Burrow gets Fort Erie off the schneid quick. So obviously Fort Erie heavily favored in this matchup, undefeated in OSBA regular season action. Saw them, they won the Hodan Classic over the Christmas break. Bardwaj. And with the shot clock winding down, that's Collinson, misses on his first attempt. Good atmosphere so far in the gym. Testament wide open, the extra pass, and unlucky. Motiba stepped out of bounds. He had a wide open look, passed it up. I didn't look. We always want the one extra pass, but when that wide open, take the shot, my man. Orangeville inbounds. That's Collinson. They're wearing their infamous white uniforms where I cannot read the numbers. Thankfully, I know most of these guys, so we'll be all right. Collinson looking for room, attacks his little signature left-hand floater. Griffin Collinson, we're tied at 2. Love Griffin's game. He's got some dog in him. Certainly got skill, but comes to play every night. Motiba, his foot is on the line. Would have been a 2, but he missed regardless. Collinson, little stutter step, and then has that shot affected by Ali Sacco. Testament way too adventurous on that alley-oop pass. And Orangeville back down the other way. Zhao. Bardwaj, corner 3, bingo. Arjun Bardwaj, first 3 of the night. That bodes well for Orangeville. If you can get Arjun heating up early. They've struggled with their 3 in the games I called before the Christmas break. And that's a good sign for Orangeville. And Fort Erie really careless with the ball here in the opening minutes of the first quarter. If you are out there in YouTube Streamland watching, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee. I can't see the comments section on the YouTube, so any issues with sounds or pronunciation, and missed on that attempt. Hit me up at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Burrow for 3. Missed on his first 3. Orangeville down the other way. Little hezzy move, Kenny. Doesn't go. So I started off the first 2 weeks of 2023 violently ill. I'm starting to feel much more normal and human compared to what I was a week ago today. And so, but I'm at about 90%, still not a hundo. Testament, in and out, unlucky. Got every bit of the rim, just wouldn't drop for him. Riaz Salyu with the rebound. He's just come off the bench. Oh no, he was starting. What am I talking about? I read the starting lineup, forgive me. And Jaden Zhao is fouled. Jaden will shoot some free throws. So ice rain on the drive up here. But surprisingly, traffic not so bad. Heading out from Pickering up to the Orangeville area. Jaden Zhao at the free throw line. Nicely done. If you're Orangeville in a game like this where you got to think Fort Erie, the heavy favorite, free throws, and can you hit those threes? So far, so good. 7-2 Orangeville. 6:25 to go in the first quarter. Former Orangeville Prep Bear Nishan Singh out there at number 1. He's got the ball in his hand right now. Kick out. Sacco in and out. Oh, bodies flying everywhere. Ref keeps the whistle in his pocket. Kenny. He's got Salyu. Orangeville. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Zhao. Pulls up. No good. Rebound Testament. Singh. Familiar with Singh in his days with Orangeville and the Athlete Institute. Nishan. Can't get a basket yet. Collinson. Oh, everything but the finish. Broke his defender's ankle. Created all the time in the world. Just wouldn't drop for him. Testament underneath. Sacco picks it up. Good ball movement. Testament corner 3. Bingo. Wako Testament. Wako, guy from Manitoba. Played for Team Manitoba in the past. I think he moved here last year, if not the year before. But I'm pretty sure it was last year when he went and played for Lincoln. There's the fadeaway. Oh, and Kenny. 9-5. Liked Wako last year on Lincoln. Can play. Speedy guard. Singh. Motiba. One too many moves. And Sacco. And that's the follow. So that's one thing I'm watching out for. Ali Sacco. Does Orangeville have a guy that can contest with his size? Chris Kirsten's over on the bench. That's going to be one guy you're going to look at. And Sacco is going to get caught with a reach in, it looks like. But Sacco, a big dude. Well, they got to list him at 6'8". And Fort Erie mass substitutions. 3 new guys coming in. Bashir Ngala is 1. Grant Shell, 15, another. And number 9, Toby Ezeakokafor. I'll get it. Kenny from way downtown. Doesn't drop for him. Ezia Okafor. There we go. I'll get it. And there he is on cue. Doesn't go for him, though. Zhao down the other end. Jaden. Nice feed into Salyu! Two-handed dunk on a poster. Riaz Salyu. Damn. That got him up. Orangeville got energy. It's got to be a charge, and it is. And then Barjwaj down the other end takes the charge. I got to say, Arjun, he might be the best in the league at taking charges. Week after week, puts his body out there. He's really good at drawing that foul, but hey, Riaz Salyu, man, wow. That's a bit more like it from the hometown Orangeville. And now Riaz needs a bit of a breather. After that, man, two-handed, wow. Didn't know he had that in him. Part of the Red Sea and just hammered that away. Well, guess whose voice is going to be on his season-ending mixtape? Collinson. Orangeville out 11-7, 3:35. Spin move. Everything but the finish. And then Bardwaj again. Let's Sacco. Again, there's that size, comes away with it. Here comes Fort Erie. Burrow, a little floater. No good, second chance, Nate Burrow, and denied by Bardwaj. And then Kirsten out there, oof, throwing himself on the ground, but I think the ball was out of bounds. Should be Fort Erie ball. So Fort Erie, one of the newer academies. We're what, 2-3 years old now? His foot was, that should be a travel. Elijah Amos, his pivot foot was sliding all over the place, but Burrow with a little floater. 11-9. Collinson almost had his pocket picked and then gets it back, and then from the free throw line, easy for me to say, nice little teardrop. 13-9 Orangeville. Good start for them. And easy lay-in. Elijah Amos. Elijah 2023. A lot of these guys in this Fort Erie team also played at Burloak Prep. Zhao, Collinson, and then had his shot affected by Amos. Here comes Ngala, and he kicks out, and that's two Fort Erie guys who've already stepped on that line. Well, finally, hey man, that was a torrid pace so far. This is our first real stoppage. Time out on the floor. So Orangeville out the gates quick, 13-11. You know, just the eyeball test looking in, Fort Erie size looked like this is going to be a problem. We've got some decent guard play. Now, one of the things is they lost one of their main scorers in Sean Dakovic, who is now transferred to Orangeville. The other Orangeville that's coming up next to play with his brother Kevin. So how does Fort Erie replace his productivity? They got to find that out. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining me. No DJ in between. It's disappointing. Always need some tunes. Something to keep us entertained. The silence can be deafening. Getting set to get back to it. So I had an uneventful Christmas holiday because Christmas and New Year's was on a weekend. I didn't really have any time off. I had, New Year's Day, obviously, and then January 2nd, which was the Monday. That was the only extra day I had off. So it was business as usual for me for the most part. And then I got really ill. So there's Orangeville inbounds. Owen Kenny. To Zhao, Fort Erie looks like they want to press. Again, they got the size to do it. Orangeville does a good job of working out of it. Kenny. Jaden will reset. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kirstens, 5, 4. Someone take this shot. Kenny put it up. And wow, so huge mistake. It's Grant Shell. With the shot clock expiring, Kenny was putting up an ugly shot, and Shell fouled him. So it's going to be 3 free throws. I had to slow down and say that right. Kenny from Barrie. Home of the Barrie Colts. More of a hockey hotbed and hoops, but Owen breaking the mold. Nice to be back in the gym instead of Sit in front of a computer. Do my other job, that's why. And I don't know how he got away with that. Bashir and Gala looked like a travel. A lot of guys slip sliding out there. Refs keeping the whistles in their pocket. Kenny. Arjun's already got 1-3. Kirsten wants in the action. Doesn't drop for him. Rebound Shell. Ngala kick out. And an air ball. Who was that? Michael Kayambe. Collinson. And he's hammered. He did a good job of drawing that foul because he's naturally a lefty. What? They called an offensive? Hey, all right. So it should be Fort Erie ball then if it's a foul on. They just called white 11. Okay. Oh, he made the mistake. It should be black 11. There we go. It's not me. So Collinson at the free throw line after all that. Hitting free throws. Good sign. One or two. Fort Erie. Quick trigger on that shot. And it looks like Kirsten's was pushed, and he was. So 2 quick fouls for Elijah Amos, and that's probably going to get him a spot on the bench. And it is. 2 fouls in about 15 seconds. Alphonse Motiba back into the game. Well, that must have been a flagrant foul. It's Chris Kirstens to the line. This is his first. Chris drawing a lot of attention from youth sports programs across the country. I've seen a number of Canadian coaches in the building checking out him. Oh, what a, ooh, and one. Bashir and Gala. Really quick first step. Blew by a couple Orangeville defenders. Nice finish and one. Bashir and Gala. Gala from Quebec. He's also played with Chris Boucher Elite. Just a youngster, 2025. Converts, and we got a tie ball game, 16 apiece. Collinson to Kinney. Shot clock at 8-7. Kirsten switches to his right hand, doesn't drop for him, and he goes down hard. So Fort Erie's got numbers. And Gala, it's going to be a charge. And the ref hearing it from the Fort Erie bench right behind him. Several players and the coach not happy with that call. You know, that's one of those 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It could have went either way. It happened so quick, you wonder, I mean, did the defender have enough time to even get his feet set? Substitutions, Wako Testament back in. Ngala played well. Here goes Collinson. And as the quarter was expiring, has his shot denied, Alphonse Motiba. So at the end of one quarter, as you were, 16 apiece. Chris McKee, thanks for joining us here at the Athlete Institute, Mono, Ontario. Some OSBA action. Good one so far. Mentioned Fort Erie undefeated on the regular season. Orangeville trying to claw back to 500. I don't know how the playoff system's working. I'll got to get some clarification on that. Can you do something for me? Love this tune. The Rich Flex. Drake and 21 Savage. I was hoping there'd be a 21 in the game, but no 21s to use this. So I've been bumping this late night. Although I was watching some YouTube clips last night and I love 21 Savage, of him performing like just his concert, and it's painfully boring. Like he was doing this song but with no Drake, and you know he's kind of half lip syncing it, and then the track's just running, and I don't know. It's just one of the most uneventful concerts. I'm like, if I paid $100 to see that, I'd be sorely disappointed. But 21 Savage still gets a pass for me. Getting back to it. So Collinson, normally Jaden Zhao, the premier ball handler. It looks like Collinson getting a little bit of duty as well, playing the point, because he's had the ball in his hands quite a bit. And then if you're Fort Erie, they had a tough start to begin with, settle down. Their defense has been really good. The big guys using their size, Sacco and Amos and Mutiba, all affecting Orangeville shots. So your either team don't really change too much, as you were. Just keep trying to hit shots, play defense. Zhao for three. And hey, he didn't call glass, but it still counts for three. Jaden Zhao. 19-16. Orangeville, luck on their side in the first half anyways. Waco thought about it. Fort Erie, shot clock winding down 5. I don't hear anyone on the bench telling them. Mutiba. And the shot clock's gonna expire. I'm surprised not one guy on Fort Erie was letting his teammate know the shot clock was expiring. Kenny misses on his 3. If you're Fort Erie, got to stay engaged on the bench as well. Oh, what a feed inside. A nice cut and denied. Ooh. But it's a foul against Kenny. That was a really nicely set up play. Clever little backdoor cut from Grant Shell. And doesn't drop for him, but he's going to shoot some free throws. Grant, a 2023 from Oakville. .0 GPA. Hits them both. 19-18, 1-point game. So Burrow back in for Shell. Collinson, ball in his hand again. Double dribble. Maybe spoke too soon. Here comes Fort Erie, Waco Testament. Former teammate. Oh, whoops. Hey, that was the right feed. I'm going to say, sorry, Waco, a former teammate, Dawson Matzel, now here with Orangeville's national squad. Nice feed inside, Kirstens, and denied. Second time's the charm. No good for Chris, and Kenny can't follow either. That was Asa Okafor with that block on Kenny. Or sorry, on Kirstens, excuse me. And that's got to be a charge. It is. Kirstens was standing there with his arms folded. And if you're Kayembe, you got to be a little bit more aware of that. His coach is even telling him that. That's one of those, hey, just jump straight up. He had his hands folded, so he wasn't even attempting to block. Nice feed. Zhao. And that's, everything but the finish. Man, that was sweet hoops, but couldn't go. And Burrow, kind of awkward. He had his back to the basket, but it worked out well for them. And now Fort Erie, first lead of the game, 2019. Collinson. Short, just touched the front of the rim. Here comes Wako. Denied. Bardwaj just swats that into the stands. He could have caught that. And the BioSteel sign got knocked over. Got my BioSteel here. I am going, what flavor am I going today? Winter Freeze, the white one. Very good, very good. So Fort Erie inbounds. Asa Okafor. Arjun having a good night. Hit the threes, played well defensively. Asa Okafor. Got rim. Doesn't go. Here comes Orangeville. Zhao blows by everyone. And you know, Orangeville, everything but the finish in a few pockets. It was a really nice move. Nishan Singh down the other end. And then Kirstens will get called with a foul. Chris playing a little reckless tonight. I appreciate the effort, throwing himself around there, but a little bit more containment. I don't know the word I'm looking for. Maybe self-awareness. Instead of just throwing yourself around there wildly. Gets it to go. Ali Sacco. Ali from my neck of the woods. Previously played at Pine Ridge out in Pickering. Talked about it many times. I used to coach high school football at Pine Ridge. What, 4 seasons I think I did? 3-4 years. Enjoyed that. We were the LASA silver medalists back in my day. I can't even remember who we lost to. We didn't win. And it's going to be a travel. No, it's going to be a foul. Sacco, I thought Kirstens took one too many steps, but he was fouled. A little push in the back, it looks like. Maybe that's why he took the extra step. They're not calling it a shooting foul. I agree with that call. Chris was way out, just inside the three-point arc. Oh, stolen. Motiba, get your phones out. Ooh. Alphonse Motiba rocks the rim. 24-19, largest lead of the game for Fort Erie. Orangeville needs a basket. Kirstens. That's a travel, yeah. Chris had his head down. He's got to keep his head up. He was looking like a running back, just putting that head down, trying to bust through the pack. And now we got Riaz Salyu back out there. Surprised after that huge dunk, he was buried on the bench that long. I don't know if he was hurt or what, or he got, electrifies the gym and sits on the bench for a while. Burrow, short. And the follow, Ali Sacco. The last time I was up here, Jay Addison, they had the other Sacco, Ibrahim Sacco, on Jay Addison. That dude is some player. Ali Sacco, Not too shabby in his own right. What a spin move. Zhao. And it drops. Jaden Zhao. That was lovely and much needed. 26-21. Wako. Oh, unlucky. Got all to the rim, just wouldn't drop for him. That's twice that's happened for Wako. Keep shooting, my man. It's going to drop. Zhao, take it. He had it, and now no. Arjun spins, and that was delicious. Little finger roll. Arjun Bardwaj. Back to a one-possession game. 26-23, Fort Erie leads. Got a good one here. And way downtown. The big man, Sacco, showing he's got range too. Big three. Ali Sacco. You can't leave the big guy wide open. And Saliu, third time, and then from behind, he got lucky. Eza Okafor fouled him, bailed him out, because Riaz was about to miss 3 in a row. Saliu, that big dunk in the first quarter. Highlight of the night so far. And we got a timeout on the floor. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, hit me up on Twitter, @Mr. McKee. Let me know where you're checking out this game from. Checking out the Fort Erie other team behind the other bench. Charles Hantomakis, former Athlete Institute coach, back in the building. Now the head coach over at Fort Erie. Love Charles, one of my favorite guys in the OSBA. Always chat with him, see him in the gyms. I'm interested in getting my first look at Sean Dekovicic. I believe he should be eligible. They said it's like a month. I'm hoping he's eligible. We're going to find out. Don't forget, coming up next, both Fort Erie and Orangeville's other teams back-to-back tonight following this one. But hey, we got a good one right now. Fort Erie by 6. Orangeville playing some good ball, though. Riaz Saliu, the free throw line. Riaz from the Schwa, home of my alma mater, Durham College. Was blessed to do some volleyball and the OCAA women's soccer finals back in, what was that, November? I did that over up at Durham College. Five-point game again. Riaz won a 2. Jack McMahon out there for the first time. Number 10 for Orangeville. He's got the white leggings underneath his shorts. And now back to the bench. Griffin re-enters the game. And Ali Sacco at the line. Ali, a 2023. It's the first. Ali, impressive so far. Can show, he's got the size to battle in the paint with the big boys, and then showed some range with a really nice shot. Hit a 3 just a couple minutes ago. Nice player. Jaden Zhao, guarded by Wako Tessaman. Not a lot of guys in white movement. Want to see some more movement from Orangeville. And Zhao. And then finally, he's fouled by Wako. Jaden making it tough on his defender. I've been really impressed as well with Jaden's growth over the past 4 months or so since the start of the season. Playing with so much more confidence. And it's almost like he's gotten a little quicker. He's a little bit more of a burst, or at least he's willing to use that burst. 30-25. 30-26, excuse me. Jaden hit that one. 4-point game. Good energy in the gym. Shell, guarded by Kenny. Sacco backs down his defender, and the follow! Motiba, Alphonse Motiba. Woo. 2 highlight reel dunks for him tonight. Bardwaj, ooh. Now that's as pretty a 3 as you'll see on a rope. Drains it. Arjun Bardwaj. Back to a 3-point game. And it's gotta be, yeah, it is. And there's, again, I talked about this. Arjun might be the best in the league at drawing charges. That's his second of the night. He's done it. Great defensive position. That's an art. Arjun, my man, you got to do like a YouTube tutorial on that. How to take the charge. Or TikTok for the people of your generation with no patience. Collinson, floater off the glass again. Hey, don't care if he called it. Back to a 1-point game, 32-31. Griffin Collinson. Testament drives, lovely. And that ball went all around the rim again and finally dropped for him. That's happened a couple times tonight, and that one finally counts. Back to a 3-point lead for Fort Erie. No good. And here comes Fort Erie. This game's got a pace to it. Back and forth, Wacko. Corner 3, Testament. And Riaz Salyu. He's a rebound machine. Here comes Jaden. Nice pass. I think Griffin was too late on that extra pass. Doesn't matter. Owen Kenny. Bang. We got a tie ball game. Big 3 for Owen Kenny. 34 apiece. 2:20 to go in the half. And then that shot blocked by Zhao. Shell. And wisely stepped around the defender, didn't bite on the charge. And that's tipped out of bounds by Testament. Looked like Orangeville ball. Good stuff here from Orangeville, love it. They took the counterpunch from Fort Erie, shook it off, came back and delivered a couple punches of their own. The second referee came in and changed the call. And so it's going to be Fort Erie ball. You know, Orangeville's coaches, you know, Eric and Dave got to be pretty pleased with the resilience of their boys tonight. Good start, and then Fort Erie gets hot, and Orangeville's no problem. Good response. Testament. Shot clock at 7, 6. Wacko, it's a travel, yeah. Hey, Wacko, my man, I love you, but you ain't James Harden. You ain't getting away with that kind of those kind of steps. He's out there dancing like Michael Jackson, man. That's the Harden move. Ja Morant does that quite a bit too. But Harden has made a paycheck on that, man. Kenny. Oh, it was a heat check for him. He just hit one a minute ago to tie it at 34, so why not? Certainly earned the right. Oh, what a feed. And denied. Owen Kenny. And so Fort Erie, Orangeville's got to sniff that play out. That's about the 4th or 5th time Fort Erie's used that exact play. You know, you get that guy coming off the wing on a backdoor cut. And more often than not, it's worked for Fort Erie, but Finally, someone in Orangeville sniffed that out. Just over a minute left in the first half. 34 each. It's a good one. It's been really balanced for Orangeville as well. Most of the starters, a couple guys off the bench getting in. Jaden's had some nice baskets. Arjun Bardwaj, a couple big defensive plays. He's hit some three. Griffin Collinson all night. Owen Kenny, big three. Riaz Salyu with that dunk. A lot of guys getting involved. That's good things, good things. Coming out of the timeout, there we go, 1:33 to go. Fort Erie will inbounds. Shot clock at 14 on the inbound. And it's got to be a foul on Zhao. He just jumped on top of his defender. Michael Kayembe will shoot some free throws. Kayembe at 2023. He's also played for G2S Elite. Breaks the deadlock with that free throw. I went down to the Raptors game last Friday, and it was just an absolute disaster. Back-to-back free throws for Kayembe, but nightmare of a night. We'll get into it when I got a bit of a break in the game here. Zhao. And then there's that the exact play Fort Erie's done, but Kenny can't finish. Testament. And blows by everyone. Wako Testament. Nice. Minute to go in the half. 4-point game. Salyu. How many steps? Is it a foul? Yeah, it looks like he was bumped a bit by Motiba. And now Riaz shooting free throws. So Riaz at 2023 as well. Curious to see where many of these guys land. Wherever it is, just keep playing. OUA, whatever, Pac West, OCAA, whatever it is, keep balling. You won't regret it. Zhao denied by Testament. Chatting with Coach Diavero from TMU. See Darius's dad. A couple weeks ago back up here, and I was asking him, how are you recruiting? How's, and keep in mind Ryerson or TMU, one of the top youth sports programs in the country. He's like, no, I recruit a lot of OCAA. We want the guys with experience as well. Not just plucking from the high school ranks. One opportunity can always lead to another, and a wide open look. And one. Michael Kayembe. So that was a well set up play. I like that from Fort Erie. And now Kayembe, who just hit 2 free throws, will get a chance to convert the 3-point play. And he does. So timeout on the floor. 26 to go. So yet to see Rowan Scott-Smith. Just realized that's the guy you usually see quite a bit of for Orangeville. His health is fine because I saw him out there warming up. So Coach Rawwire keeping the rotation very tight. If it's working, don't fix it. And some weekend in the back. The weekend used to be good. I don't knock too many Scarborough guys, but I haven't liked a weekend song since The Hills, which was like what, 2014 maybe? It's like he's making songs for 13-year-old girls now, whereas he used to make tunes for grown-ass men and women. I'm sure the paycheck bigger though for the weekend, so actually knows management really well. Guys from Ottawa. That EXO, Tony Sal, Cash. Because they used to manage Masari, which is the guy that I used to represent. That's how I got to know them. And Belly as well. I used to work with Belly. So just over 20 seconds to go. Ball bouncing around. Zhao picks it up. And, you know, I thought, well, he drew the foul anyway. I thought with Shell in the air, Jaden could have just jumped right into him. But he got himself to the line regardless. So 16 seconds left. Orangeville trailing by 3. Make that 2. One of 2. Well, then Orangeville comes away with it. What's the call? It was something to do with the shot clock. So it wasn't, I was like, I didn't see any fouls out there, so just a scorer's table issue. And they'll reset it to 14, yeah. No shot clock. So here we go. Much ado about nothing. We'll reset. Salyu had a wide open look. Kenny's got one. Should be white ball. Ooh, it isn't. So Fort Erie, 8.5 seconds to set up. I'm surprised no timeout here to try and set up the shot. Or a good play or whatever. Testament. Wacko for Burrow. He's got range. And a roll and one. Nate Burrow, wow. He just tossed that up wildly, and it rolled. And then finally dropped, 2.2. So Orangeville will have a shot at a heave at least. Salyu gets it. Zhao, and short on that heave. So at the end of the half, Fort Erie, 43-39, will take a short lead into the half. But if you're Orangeville, boys played some really good basketball. Nothing to be concerned about. They got a chance to win this basketball game. Well, I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us. We'll take a 10-minute break. We'll see you back for the start of the second half. Check 1-2. Welcome back to the Athlete Institute, Mono, Ontario. Second half action here in the OSBA. Pool B, Fort Erie with a 4-point lead, 43-39. Very evenly contested first half, though. Both teams played pretty well. Fort Erie started off, they were a little sloppy in the first 4 or 5 minutes with the ball and then settled down, played some good hoops. Orangeville, really good first half. If you're either team, don't really change much other than finish when you get the chance. That's it. So back to it. On the floor for Fort Erie, number 5, Ali Sacco. 10, Waka Tessaman. 13, Nate Burrow. 9 is Toby Eziazokafor. Excuse me. Who am I missing out there? In and out, ball bouncing around. And Bashir Ngala, there it is, and he's fouled by Zhao. Oh, no, it's a travel. Yeah, Zhao looked over and going, I didn't touch him, and it was a travel on Ngala. Gets up a little limping, but appears to be fine. I think more of it's his pride that's hurt than his actual ankle. Zhao. Bardwaj, way too short on that attempt. Sacco rips that ball out of midair. Looked like a Tom Brady pass last night. The arm is definitely going. And denied. Saliu comes in and blocks. And Ngala goes down hard again. Exact same spot. Put a plaque up there for him. That's his go-to spot. Orangeville ball. Here we go. Zhao had the shot. Opts to attack. Bounce it around. Burrow for Ngala, 2-on-1. And Burrow with the follow. Nate Burrow. Nate's had some big scoring games. I was checking out his Twitter. Saw he had about 28 a couple weeks ago, 31 in mid-December out at the playground, one of the games. So he can score, he can fill it up. And I don't know what the call was there. Oh, it's Burrow called with a holding. Well, the ref was in good position to make that call, so I'll trust his judgment. Kirstens short on his attempt. Chris yet to get going tonight. And Ngala thought about it, hesitated. It never works out. Whenever you hesitate and then take the shot, it never works. (45-39). 8:25 to go in the third. Kirstens to Kenny. And Collinson stepped out of bounds. You know, I think, you know, they have a play set up, and sometimes if the play's not there, you almost like in football, you got to audible out of it. Don't just run it because you're supposed to. If it ain't there, alter. Tessaman. Ngala. Sacco backs down his defender, and Kirstens will get called with the foul. Ali Sacco using all 6'8" of himself. It's a good battle, him and Chris Kirstens. Chris is about 6'8", isn't he? Yeah, two of them 6'8", so. It's the first 2 for 2. Big guys hitting free throws. Important. This is the largest lead of the night for Fort Erie. 6. It shows how tight it's been. Excuse me. I'm losing my mind. 8. There we go. I was looking at the game clock and the score. Eight, the largest lead of the night. I'll get there. Kenny. In and out, unlucky. Burrow. And is it a foul? Yeah. Arjun called with that foul. Burrow will inbound. Sacco just using that body, but couldn't finish. Here comes Orangeville, wide open lay-in, recognize. And everything but the finish. Tesseman. And Tesseman skates in. He's got a wide open look after that rebound. Bingo. Wacko Tesseman. And now Orangeville wants a timeout. 11 now, the largest lead of the game. So this is that point. Orangeville's done a great job in the first half of responding to whenever Fort Erie had a run. Can they do that now? So I mentioned the first half I had a bit of a nightmare at the Raptors game last Friday. So I know my mother's not listening to the game, so I don't mind putting her on blast for this one. My mother bought my son some Raptors tickets for Christmas. And she didn't ask me about it, and they just got them. And we go. My son says, well, you take me. I get off work an hour early. We drive down, race down, and we get there. And they're not even seats. They're the standing room in the very last row of Scotiabank Arena. So literally the worst seats in the house. And, you know, I don't see well. I'm blind and I couldn't even see the court. My son was livid. He was like, I don't want to watch. You know, my son's been here, with BioSteel. He's filmed kids on the court. Like, he's used to access. My son's been to NCAA games with me, and we sat courtside, both, here in Canada and the United States. And so even he's used to a little bit more access and doesn't want to watch games from the worst seats in the house. So I go on my phone. I buy a couple more tickets in the lower bowl. There's another couple $100. And we get down there, and everyone around us is the drunkest human being in Ontario. We had a couple to our left who are drunk and in a domestic. They were fighting the entire second half. 2 Italian guys behind us, wasted and screamed. It was just an absolute nightmare experience. And the Raptors lost. So that'll be the last time. Unless I'm sitting courtside or I get Matt Devlin's job, I will not be going back to Raptors games. Stolen by Burrow. But McMahon rips that away. And a UFC match just broke out. 2 guys rolling around. Is there a foul being called? Yeah, I'm with Burrow on this one. It's like 2 guys wrestling for the ball, and Burrow gets called with a foul. Yeah, a dude who works in basketball doesn't really want to watch, unless it's Game 7 of the friggin' playoffs. I don't want to be in the standing room, worst seats in the house in the Scotiabank Arena. That Raptors team, it's a bad basketball team. They don't gel. They got no chemistry. Bunch of guys playing for a paycheck. McMahon. Ooh, how about that? Jack McMahon, big three. Orangeville needed that badly. 50-42. Ngala, double dribble. The entire Orangeville bench called that. If the ref missed that call. So big three and a turnover. Just what the doctor ordered if you're an Orangeville player. Collinson, he's kind of cooled off a little bit. Had a great start. Got to see Griffin get back into this. On cue. You heard me. Griffin Collinson, big three. Lead back down to 5. So what a response from Orangeville. Now can they keep going? Here's Nishan Singh. Tesseman, tough shot. Didn't need that. That's bad shot selection if you're Fort Erie. You still have a 5-point lead. No need to panic and take shots like that. McMahon just hit a 3. Kirsten's, that's a charge. It's got to be. It is, yeah. Chris, he's just putting his head down tonight and not kind of looking up and looking for that extra pass. And so the second he starts driving, he's got a one-track mind. He's got to look for that pass and maybe kick if the shot's not there. In the words of the great Tupac Shakur, keep your head up. Ngala, and denied. Kenny, big block. And here comes Orangeville. And Tesseman got in the way, knocked that. And Fort Erie. And ripped out by Ngala. And unfortunate because his momentum after he ripped that out of the Orangeville guy's hands led him into a travel. So another break for Orangeville. They're getting breaks. Tesseman. And now Collinson called with a foul after he has his pocket picked. Wacko. What? He took 2. No, that is not a travel. He caught it, took 2 steps and shot. I'm with Wacko. I'm with you on that one, man. Orangeville keep catching breaks, so take advantage of it. You're not going to keep getting them. And then, you know what? That wasn't a travel either. And that was just the return call. So that ref probably saw it and went, I'll even this out. So, hey, we're even. Two unnecessary travel calls, and we're back to it. Life is a way of evening itself out like that, right? So clock issue again. He's saying 4:13 game clock, 20 on the shot clock, I think. Here we go. Substitution. Kayembe back in. Who's that? Ngala to the bench. So a bit of the air deflated out of the game with all these little ticky-tacky fouls right now. Tesseman. And shot obstructed by Kenny. Owen's going to go coast to coast. McMahon, why not? And Salu in there fighting for it. I don't know what the call is. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Riaz. Or just out of bounds. No, I think he touched the ball while he was out of bounds, so no fouls. Good no call for the ref there. Singh. Tesseman. And a wide open lane. Wacko Tesseman. Collinson. Take it. Kenny for three. On a rope. Owen Kenny. Much needed three. Singh spin move. Everything but the finish. Zhao. Take it, man. Take it. Either way, right decision. Doesn't drop for him. Wako come alive in the second half. Back-to-back buckets. Wako Tessaman. And then gets a finger on that. Wako is pumped, man. Time it on the floor. Wako feeling it, man. He's trying to get his teammates in it. Fort Erie, 54-48. And we got a brief timeout. Chris McKee, thanks for joining us here on the YouTube stream. Don't forget to click subscribe, that big red button. Stay up to date on any time there's another Orangeville game. Also follow Orangeville on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever. Orangeville Prep. Always enjoy seeing the videos. The production quality on the videos getting better every year. OSBA playoffs coming up in March. BioSteel weekend coming up as well. Usually end of March, early April. Hoping to be involved with that once again. Always love the BioSteel weekend. So Orangeville inbounds. Jaden Zhao. Is that a nice night? Shot clock's running. Get it. Yeah. Well done. No one was moving there. That wasn't even Jaden. There was no one in Orangeville moving enough. There was one guy moving. Everyone was just kind of stuck. It's like, help your guy out. He's got to throw the ball to someone. A lot of confusion out there, a lot of conversation. Oh, there we go. The ball's on the side. That's why. Shot clock at 7-6. McMahon. Too much. And Sacco keeps it alive. Here comes Fort Erie. Ngala. Doesn't go. Orangeville down the other way. Kenny thought about it. McMahon. Kenny switches to his right hand. Couldn't drop. Kayembe down the other way. Zhao steals that, read the pass. Orangeville's got a 3-on-2. And they get 2 or 3 cracks at it and can't get it to drop. So some of that luck that was going Orangeville's way, starting to swing the other way to Fort Erie. Kayembe from the free throw line pulls up. No good. Rebound McMahon. Quick trigger. Bingo. Owen Kenny. Much needed 3. And now Fort Erie wants a timeout. 54-51. Well, don't go anywhere, folks. This one going to go down to the wire. And, of course, coming up at 8 o'clock, not long following this game, Orangeville Prep Senior National Team versus Fort Erie. Two of the top teams in Canada. Some of the most highly rated prospects in North America, never mind just this country. No, Orangeville had a good little run down in the grind session over the Christmas holiday. They've crept back into the grind session rankings. I believe they were number 8. Look, no one's beaten Prolific Prep. You know, I did one of their games when they were up here. No one's beaten them. So it's basically like, Orangeville gave them a game in this gym. I just wonder if they can do it in a neutral site or in the U.S. But they're just loaded. I mean, you got kids going to Auburn, Xavier. I seen one kid just committed to Baylor from Prolific, so they got dudes. Sacco muscles his way. Sacco's had a night. Really impressive. Sal, you wide open. Take that. If they give you that, take it. That's got to be a travel. No, a foul before that. Let's see who called with the foul. Either way, it's a Fort Erie foul. So Kenny shooting free throws. Thankful to be up here a night off doing traffic reporting, my regular job. Sometimes you just need a break. 3-point game, 1 possession. Orangeville, the lead was 11 at one point. And now they chipped it back down to 3 as we creep towards the end of the third quarter. That's got to be a charge, and it is, yeah. And guess who took it again? Arjun Bardwaj, his third of the night. That's the third one he's taken. So college basketball season heating up as well when watching a ton of hoops. It is a wide open. This isn't one of those years where it's like 2 or 3 teams. There's, 12, 15 teams that can easily win March Madness this year. Take it, wide open look. Whoa, Owen Kenny. They give him all day and he makes them pay. And we're tied at 56. 5 seconds left. Testament at the buzzer. He stepped out of bounds. And everyone on Orangeville's bench pointing. It's Coach Rawwire's like, he was in it. He made that call for the refs. So 0.9, not much of a chance here, McMahon. Oh, and he hit it! Jack McMahon with 0.9. A catch and shoot. Hey. A little bit of that hometown clock management there. They were a little slow on it. But holy cow, it's going to count. Jack McMahon. Sorry if I screamed down your ear on that one. That one caught me by surprise. I literally thought 0.9. No chance in hell he's getting one off, but he did. So Orangeville goes to the fourth quarter with a 3-point lead after trailing by 11 just a few minutes ago. They got some dog in them tonight, Orangeville, looking good. I needed a minute to get a drink of water. After that, my voice was like after yelling. Jack McMahon, wow. There's no way that was .9 because he took a couple steps. But hey, that's what happens when you're in your own gym. That's all right. So, folks, we got a game. Don't go anywhere. This one going to go down to the wire. All right. How does Fort Erie respond to that? And that's why you play. Fort Erie just kind of relaxed on that. Didn't play defense. And that's why you play, well, in college basketball, 40 minutes. Play the whole game. Fort Erie. That's a wake-up call. They had this game in the bag. Motiba denied by Bardwaj, and he rips that away. Orangeville playing inspired basketball. Zhao. Shot clock winding down, 4-3, air ball. And here comes Fort Erie, and they're going to give it right back. How was that a blocking foul? He oh my God. Sorry. See, that's my inner voice coming out there. Motiba, and now they're getting into it with Bardwaj, having a little shoving match. But Motiba lost a handle on it, and then the blocking foul called against Orangeville. Really unfortunate. Testament to Motiba. And Ngala, it looks like Kenny maybe got a piece of his hand. So Bashir Ngala. So this guy, just a 2025, a youngster. Although now we're in 2023. You know, 2025 used to seem so long ago. That's 2 years from now. So it's not that young. I'm just getting older. Feel good, though. Feeling, other than, you know, the cold and flu been fighting. Went and did a nice 6K run this afternoon. Out in the freezing rain. It's good. Good for the soul. Put my Tiesto Club Life podcast on for the first half, and then it's taking in usually a bunch of different sports, but I was listening to some Jim Rome today on my second half of my run. Double dribble, you've got to be kidding me. So Luck swinging back in favor of Fort Erie as they get Orangeville on an ugly turnover. Ngala, no good. Rebound McMahon, who just hit that improbable half-court buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter. Nice feed inside Collinson. Lovely play, Jaden Zhao to Griffin Collinson. Orangeville with a 4-point lead. Haven't said that since early in the first quarter. And a travel. So why is my headphones popping like that? I think these headsets are just cracking up. They're several years old now. So I think some of the wires and stuff just wear and tear on them. Forgive me on the noise. It's just me moving my head and the wires are crackling. Here we go. Whoa. So that foul is going to go against Riaz Salyu. I was looking at the ball, so I just heard the thud. I didn't see exactly what happened either way. Fort Erie ball. Long three, Burrow. Oh my goodness. Nate Burrow from the parking lot. Much needed three for Fort Erie. Zhao. Nobody on Orangeville moving. Collinson attack, shot clock winding down. They're going to run out of time here. Zhao finally gets it right as the shot clock expires. A little kiss off the glass. I know he meant that one. Back to a 3-point lead for Orangeville. Jaden Zhao. He had a 3 in the first half off the glass. That one I know he meant. Ngala to Sacco, using all 6-8 of them. Doesn't drop. Crowd definitely into it in the gym as well. $7:20 to go. Zhao. And he's going to get caught with a travel. He is. A little unfortunate. So Fort Erie in the black and red, Orangeville white with black and silver trim. Sacco for 3. Big man short this time, but Ngala there, scoop it up, and then has the ball ripped out by Bardwaj. And it's going to be a foul on Ngala. Yeah, he was just a little too aggressive in there. $63-60. When I walked into the gym, I literally thought Fort Erie would be comfortable in this one. There's just the size. They passed the eyeball test, but Orangeville, they came to play tonight. You know, this team, you talk about getting better every single week. You know, I've talked to hundreds of Division I coaches, and I still do every Monday. I'm on the Missouri Valley Coaches Call every Monday, have been for the past couple of weeks. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on the Metro Atlantic Coaches Call, which is Rick Pitino, Bashir Mason, who took over the St. Peter's jobs, Sienna, Carmen Maciarello, all those guys. And I'm also going to be on the MEAC Coaches Call tomorrow. And they all say, hey, just you got to get better week by week. And Orangeville certainly has done that. The team they were in October to what they are now, vastly improved. Every single guy improved. Collinson had 2 cracks at it. Neither would drop. Tesseman, hey, why not? No one was guarding him. Doesn't drop, though. Jaden trying to settle his teammates down. Oh, what the? You know what? There's nothing wrong with that pass. I looked over at Arjun. He had his head down staring at the floor. There was nothing wrong with that pass. There's something wrong with the guy he was passing to because he wasn't paying attention. So Orangeville careless. This is it. You know, we're getting down to the nitty here. Everyone stay focused. Sacco. You know, Sacco didn't realize when he caught that ball, nobody was on him. Doesn't matter. A big frame of his to muscle by everyone in Orangeville. 1 point ball game. Ali Sacco, big night. Kirstens. McMahon. This guy is on fire. Jack McMahon. 3 after 3. He's hitting them from half court and then coming off a nice set play, hits that corner 3. And a travel on Sacco. That's why the big guys shouldn't be dribbling the ball. That's what you got point guards for, my man. So big turnover. 66-62. Heading down these last 5 minutes here, who can stay mentally tough? Who can stay focused? Eliminate the mental errors? Because he's seen playing really well. Turnover. Testament holds up Burrow. And he stepped out of bounds as well. That is at least 4, if not 5 times tonight Fort Erie has stepped on the baseline. Think about that. 5 possessions. What's the analytics on that? And McMahon hit that 3. This guy, I don't know why it was called before. I don't know who got called with that. But Jack McMahon is playing out of his skin. He can't miss right now. So here's the game plan. Keep feeding 10. Let him shoot. Sacco backing down Saliu. Ali Sacco all day, and now he's feeling it. Back to a 2-point ball game. Kenny looking for room. Zhao for 3. Unlucky. Motiba with the rebound. Fort Erie wants to slow it down. Sacco. And they just can't stop him. So he's going to need help. They got to start doubling number 5 because one-on-one, he's just owning the Orangeville defenders. He's too big. He's too strong. Tie ball game. So Orangeville's got to start doubling Ali Sacco. And if you're Fort Erie, keep feeding them because they can't stop him. Shot clock at 3-2. Put it up. Orangeville messing around with it. Well, Zhao did get it off in time, but it doesn't fall. 3:25 to go, tie ball game. Shell back in there. And there's Sacco. He's going to back him down again. And they finally get him some help, but he's fouled. Ooh, hey. Sacco, when he spun around, he kind of gave, if it was a 2 millimeters more, he would have caught Collinson right in the chin. And then who knows what would have happened. But credit to Fort Erie recognizing they're not stopping 5 right now, and then Orangeville at least, they triple teamed from there. Came in to help Mel. This is the first. We talked about Ali at 2023 from Pine Ridge. Was on the same team back then with Jahari Williamson. He's over at Royal Crown now. Jahari of Valparaiso commit. Obviously Darius Diavero down there. And in all honesty, like I said, that's a Missouri Valley team. I'm on the call every Monday. There is a lot of writers and media and fans calling for the job of Matt Lodich, the Valparaiso coach. So who knows if he'll even be there next season. He's not getting it done. I like Matt. He's a really good dude. Chatted with him a couple times. Hey, not show friends, it's show business. Just over 3 minutes to go. We got a tie ball game at 66. Kenny for 3. Rebounds, Tessaman. Fort Erie down the other way. Burrow. Just hit one from way downtown a few minutes ago. And Tessaman had his shot, panicked. I remember I talked about the mental toughness. He had a wide open look, didn't want it, and then tossed that one 4 rows deep. Well, we've been stuck on 66 for a couple minutes here. Zhao pulls up. No good. Tessaman will get an opportunity to redeem right now. Burrow, I mean, he can shoot from anywhere. Burrow attacks and he's fouled. So Nate Burrow to the free throw line. Big free throws here. Everything huge in the last 2 minutes. Hits the first. So the deadlock finally broken. We were stuck on 66 apiece for a few minutes. 2 for 2, Nate Burrow. Collinson. Salyu. And it falls. Riaz Salyu ties up the game, and we got a timeout on the floor. Well, it looks like Fort Erie wanted that timeout. Tied at 68. I'm enjoying this. You know what? I needed this desperately. The kind of unmotivated, you know, when you're not well, unmotivated to even write about basketball and stuff like that. I'm sitting on a bunch of videos I've yet to edit. I've been doing a bunch of other stuff. I've got my golf show, for those that don't know. The radio show on golf every Tuesday night. Actually, there tonight. I forgot my own radio. My radio show is on right now, Saga 960. Every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. This week in golf. Obviously, I pre-record it. I record it every Sunday and Monday night. Once I watch the golf, see what happens. So I talk PGA Tour, LIV, politics sometimes on there, because with the LIV PGA Tour split, but kind of been un-basketball motivated over the past couple of weeks. I'll get there. March Madness is coming. Like I said, I'm sitting on a bunch of articles and videos I've yet to edit, but I'll get there. I'm also working on a political documentary that's been taking up a lot of my time that hopefully be ready in the next 2 weeks or so. So I'm not being lazy. My time's just spent elsewhere. 148, 68 apiece. If you're Fort Erie, unless there's a wide open 3, get it back down to Sacco underneath, because he's had a ton of success. And Orangeville hasn't really stopped him. Tessaman, kickball. So they'll reset. So shot clock back to 14. It was at 9. So Fort Erie allows themselves a couple more seconds to set up the right play. Burrow Guarded by Collinson. Wacko with Zhao on him. 4-3-2, put it up. Testament recognizes. It hits rim. And now Fort Erie will get a chance to reset. Big break for Fort Erie with 1:10 to go in the ball game, or at least regulation. Nice step back, doesn't go. Rebound Owen Kenny. Leaves it for his point guard, Jaden Zhao. Last minute to play in the ball game, unless we have OT. So the way this is going, we might see it. Zhao, kick out. Collinson, no good. And it looks like Saliu's gonna get called with a reach over. And now, who is it, Shell? It was a push in the back. And Grant Shell, 6'6", class of 2023. Also played at Halton Prep. Huge free throws coming up. And of course, stick around following this. More basketball, more Orangeville, more Fort Erie. Game 2 coming up at around 8 o'clock. Oh, let's be pushed back a little bit tonight. So Shell hits the first one. One-point lead. Two for two. And now Orangeville wants a timeout. You got Coach Rawwire drawn up something special, we hope, with some DMX Rough Riders. Drop. Well, I'm Chris McKee. Appreciate you joining me. Always blessed to be back in the gym. 2023, the way the previous couple of years went. You know, anytime you get another opportunity to come up here, it is always an absolute blessing. Big thanks to Jesse and Tony and Mark and Alex and everyone involved. All the wonderful staff. See all the smiling faces of everyone when you come in. I mean, if you're Orangeville, I don't know, they don't necessarily have to go to Jack McMahon right now, but he's been the hot hand in the second half. This guy's been on fire. Owen Kenny, some big three, so they have lots of options. Griffin Collinson, Zhao can attack, and so I don't think you need to go for three unless it's a wide open look. McMahon, he finally misses. So there's about a 6-7 second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So Orangeville doesn't have to foul. They certainly need a big defensive stop right here. Testament. And Fort Erie looks out of sorts. Testament and knocked out of bounds. It's okay because there's only 2 seconds left. So Fort Erie has to be quick. I mean, you got to think maybe a tip in something for Sacco. Throw it under the hoop. Matiba, 4, he's big, he's got long arms, so. Or maybe Burrow comes off a screen here. Sacco puts it up. Oh, in and out. So 5, 4, 3, 2, put it up, put it up. Oh! And so Fort Erie will escape as Owen Kenny couldn't get it to drop. As time expired, it hit the front of the rim. And Fort Erie will escape and remain undefeated in OSBA action. What a tough road win. I mean, if you're Orangeville, you know what? I know it's a loss, but that might be the best I've seen them play all year. Every guy came to play tonight. They showed fight. They showed heart. Or, Fort Erie could have ran away with this game 2 or 3 different times, and Orangeville kept digging out of holes. And so, no need to hang your heads if you're Orangeville tonight. They played. It was just a matter of luck, and the last shot didn't fall. So big win for Fort Erie. Stick around. Coming up in a few minutes, we got another one. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you back in a few minutes.